So we are all about the garden today. Now I'm in my pink room because I thought I'd show you that these lights that we are trying for the first time, our plants really like them. Check this out. Do you remember we had flowers on our little cucamelons? Well, we have flowers on our little tiny cucumbers. We also have flowers actually trying to come out on our patty pans. Check this out. Flowers. So I planted all my seeds based on the proper planting dates for seedlings, based on veggie. What you normally do. But our veggies, they really like these things. So next year, we're just going to have to plant them a little bit later. These lights have turned out to be one of the best things I've ever done, but when I am already supporting things like squash, see that? I am thinking we're going to have to plant a little bit later next year. So we are working on getting supports into the garden. Check it out. Actually, let me move around so you can see it a little bit better. So we still don't have the mulch or anything yet for the garden, but those are actually old pallets. We used them last year as well to cover. Yes, it is a Tammy kind of morning. To support our cucumbers last year, and we also used them to support the birdhouse gourds, but this year we're going to be putting the birdhouse gourds somewhere else. Freddie's back there working on a trellis system we're going to try for our tomatoes as well. But let's get down here, the end of this row. We're actually, believe it or not, going to put in our seed saves today with the beans and the peas. We're going to work on our big bottom garden because that's where all our direct seed goes, because right about now where we are, peas, beans, carrots, all that kind of stuff can actually go in pretty much any time. If we do get a light frost, they won't have started sprouting yet, so the chances of them dying off are actually pretty slim. So let's get some seeds in the ground. So we're getting all the seed saves in for the peas and the beans that we saved. I was actually talking in this video, but then I realized it was way too long. So I just cut it all out and figured I'd go tell you what I was doing. But we did use a couple of old tomato cages actually for the peas that we saved. And this is just me telling you that, we're going to go on to the beans and save some of those pea seeds for later on. But we are doing the intensive planting in here as well, so the beans are pretty close together, but hopefully the beans will actually shade out all the weeds and we won't actually have to worry about weeds in the garden too much, if I'm lucky. No harm in trying. Yuki says, get off my chair. Get outside and get some work done. Right, Yuki? Yep, okay. So, whoop, dropped my glove. So it has been a busy couple of days. Now, I did put those few seed saves in yesterday, mostly because I'm kind of curious how they were going to go, but check it out. We have got a lot of work done on this garden. So these guys here, those are where the cucumbers are going to be planted, and of course there's enough room in front of the cucumbers for a lot of those onions. But these guys, we're trying something new. We're going to try and trellis the Roma tomatoes. Now, it's a little windy. I'm hoping you guys can hear me all right. But we're hoping that we can basically train the Roma tomatoes to go up some twine, save us some space. So, actually let me go back real quick. So we have the trellises. We still have to make a couple more to get to the end, but we also have one piece of landscape fabric that we're going to try and mess around with down the one row. Now we still have to cover it with mulch, We did get some landscape fabric because we don't have enough cardboard. Some nice clean plain cardboard to go down all the rows. So since we're covering it all with mulch, it should work. A couple other things we did get done though. We got the fences up for the peas and the rest of the rows made that we want in this garden. So the way it's going to work is we have peas. There's going to be some sugar snap peas at the end of this one, and then yellow beans, green beans, carrots. Let me see, what else is going down here? Carrots, beets. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, we made 8 rows. I actually honestly didn't think we made that much. Now the part at the end here though, that's all just going to be raked, and that's where the corn is going to go. It is just breezy enough out here that's getting under my glasses and making my eyes water. So there is still quite a bit of tidying up to do. We did check, by the way, underneath the fire pit. That stuff is starting to kill off pretty well. Now the only garden that still doesn't really look great is our original garden. All the walkways are still pretty choked with weeds and things. But check out the kale. Look at that. That stuff is actually still growing. We planted that last year. So when I planted the kale, it never actually came up. So I planted it again. I still have kale in the freezer. So, alrighty. Time to get back to work though. We have 3 more tomato trellises to build.
Video bug.
Yeah, I'm not going to show your face, Freddie. I know you don't like that. But next leg's done. Well, next leg's together. Oh, I should probably hold that in just a second. There we go. Hold it a little steadier. There we go. Stand her up there, dear. Let's see if this one's straight. Yay! Next leg done. Now to add it to the garden. Well, a little bit of a pause in the garden work. Freddie has got to pull another pallet apart because the rest of the wood that we have that we're making those little legs with were the shorter pallet pieces. And, well, just not long enough. But, back to the greenhouse. Let me open this up here. This thing, hold on, let me put you down. There we go. Whew. This thing here, woo, foggy glasses. Hi, how are you? So, they don't stay out here all night. Let me show you here. So we've got a lot of the tomatoes and the peppers in the greenhouse here. Let me go back outside because I can see nothing. Whew, there we go. So the glasses will defog here in a moment. So we have most of the peppers and the tomatoes. They only stay out here during the day. It's a little bit too cold at night still. But we're starting to kind of get used to the natural sunlight. Now our little greenhouse here with all the little green things. I mean, you guys have all seen them. They're in all the big box stores. This little guy here will also be the summer garden. So, ooh, my glasses are now fog free. I can put the glasses back on. So later in the summer, that won't actually, the cover won't actually be on that thing. So that's where we'll keep like the radishes, green onions, little things that you want for the summertime, right? So it is actually kind of cool though. Everything is starting to sprout. Something on my phone, sorry guys. So everything is starting to sprout. Everything is starting to go green. That telltale little tiny green fuzzy that you get on the trees. Even the raspberries down there. We actually have leaves starting. Birds everywhere. The quail have Oh, wait a minute. I thought they were gone. Oh, there they go. So we've had some quail back here in behind the one windbreak. They've been kind of wintering underneath the trees. Let's put some seeds in the ground, okay? Peas and sugar snap peas. It's that time of year. Time to do this in super speed because, you know, you guys really didn't need to watch me for 3/4 of an hour plant pea and bean seeds. Now, I have a weird setup for our peas. It's the same chicken wire that we used last year. So what we have is we actually have it attached to just pieces of pallet that we had in the barn. What we also did is we do have these little, basically 1x1 little hardwood stakes. Now, as the peas grow, the stakes will be pulled up and moved closer to the peas down inside so they have lots of room to actually grow. The system last year worked fabulously. We had no problems whatsoever with this, and I had peas galore. The other thing I have found out is that I now know a lot of people that really dislike shelling peas. I actually find it relaxing. I'll sit out on my patio or my deck, I guess it is. It's not really a patio. Have a cup of tea, turn on the radio, and I just shell peas. Like I said, I find it relaxing. But then again, I'm also told that I'm old. So, you're probably thinking that's a lot of peas. Want to take a look? So, the whole plan is that I'm not buying any peas next year. Now, they are planted pretty close together. Sorry, I kind of hit the bottom of the stand, guys. They are planted pretty close together because it's more of an intensive kind of gardening setup. We're trying to let the plants be our weed control. The more shade you have, the less weeds. Now, if I could do a permaculture garden, I would, but unfortunately, we're starting out all our gardens in empty fields. We do not have the infrastructure for a permaculture. Working on that though. Slowly getting the trees in for windbreaks and the trees in so we can actually expand our setup. Let's get on to the sugar snap peas. What do you think of our little rigs here? Do you think the peas will grow up those? Hope so. I actually had enough sugar snap peas left over that I can plant these twice if I really wanted to. I thought that was actually pretty handy. So, got the sugar snap peas in. We actually put them around all those 5 tomato cages that we put the twine around. So hopefully they'll grow up well. I actually do really hope they grow up well because I actually do really like sugar snap peas. Now, time to continue on with the green beans. We actually ended up with the rest of, yellow beans. We actually ended up with the rest of this row all yellow beans. And then the row after that was all green beans. But, you know, lots of veggies. But this old chick, she was tired. Guys, I gotta share. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him up there? Oh, let me see if you can see him. Where is he? See him right there above the barn? He's our resident eagle. Isn't he just beautiful? He's beautiful. He's huge. He's beautiful. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's above the barn. Can you see him up there, guys? Oh, he just ducked behind the barn. Oh, no, there he is. I'm milking in the wrong spot. He's up there looking for something. Eagle interlude is over. He's still up there flying around. Let's get this stuff in the ground. So that was a bit of an exciting little interlude. We've had that eagle around our house probably about a month or more now. Now, I haven't seen him mate, but he is a fabulously beautiful bird. There are actually quite a few mated pairs on the island. So what I'll do is I will link down below the information that I found about the eagles that are on Prince Edward Island. And if I'm lucky, we can go back up to that same little harbor we were at a couple of weeks ago, and maybe we'll see a couple of the young eagles up there hanging out with mom and dad on the beach. But anyway, got all the beans in on peas on those first 2 rows. The garden is coming together, and I actually can't wait to get all this goodness in the house and in the freezer. But canning and freezering, we'll talk all about that soon too. When the knee doesn't work. Well, I'm gonna have to cut this off here, guys. The allergies are kicking in. We'll see you shortly when we start planting carrots. That's a couple of busy days under the belt so far. Now we still have a lot of seeds to plant. We never actually did make it to the carrots. So the next time I'm out here, it is going to be the rest of the beans, including those leftover beans that we have from last year. Going to get some Swiss chard in down where that kale just does not want to die, and get a little bit more work done. We got a couple of small house repairs we're going to get done here soon because we broke the water pipe for the faucet, so we can actually water this garden if it gets really too hot. So, and hopefully soon, guys, hopefully soon, I will remember not to turn the phone upright while we're chatting. Yeah, whether that actually works or not, good luck to me. So go ahead, like and subscribe, Simpler Living PEI, as we go along with our little adventure, and hopefully we have some fun still along the way. I think it's going to be a great summer, and I really do hope you come along for the ride. See you next time. Bye-bye.